All right, welcome one and all to the computer-based guitar and show control pedalboard build. This is part 4, and there's gonna be a part 8 billion on this probably. Let's see, where did we leave off? I was trying to get everything stuck to the board. I was having a little bit of trouble with the contours of the Mac Mini. I can take care of that by using the hot glue gun, but I seem to have lost my glue sticks. So, first of all, I guess I'm going to take a look, see if I can't find those. I think they might have fallen down here. I always say I got no room. I'm hoping I'm done with the soldering. I think I'm done with the soldering, at least for now. Assuming that the glue fell down the side or something. I don't see it over here. Usually I'll be working on the hot glue gun things and it'll be over here. Hopefully I don't need this optimizer anymore for a while. Oh, glue sticks right here. All right. All right, I'm going to heat up the glue gun just in case we need it. We're still nowhere near getting any sounds in this thing. Here we go. Hot glue gun is warming up. I don't know that I'm actually going to need hot glue for anything, but if we do, we got it. So. All right, here's the board so far. Oh, just put it right on the mouse. That's not good. Let's see what I can do for space. Ugh. For some reason, this guy isn't sitting as firm on here as I'd like, and there's no real reason for it. It's got 3M dual lock on everything. Just trying to see if it's missing. I'm going to put one more piece on there, I guess. I'm already kind of running out of my new dual lock. Let's see if this will stick. I'm already running out of that brand new dual lock that showed up. And, Mission makes you buy a different bottom than it comes with so that it'll stick. And it's like the worst. It's just flimsy. And then the screws are still sticking out to make it like hard to make it stick. So it's kind of a lame design. I'm not super thrilled with Mission, but I did buy 2 of their pedals. So I guess I'm sunk cost fallacy with them. That's pretty good. Okay. So I stuck the MIDI cables, the MIDI IO into the pedal board. If I really end up using this board a lot, if I end up actually playing my guitar through this thing for real, I'm probably going to change this relay out for my Shure GLX D16 Plus. And I'm probably going to change this out to Paint Audio MIDI Captain. I got to get a hold of that company because I think we're going to do some collaboration maybe with their hardware, with our software. That's a possibility. And I do want to see if the CE1 is viable, because if the CE1 is really workable, this goes away, the interface goes away, and the computer goes away. It's all one piece, and it's very sensible. It's just it seems like the CPU is not going to be strong enough, and I don't think we're really going to gain anything latency wise with the audio interface, but that's not the primary concern on that one. Let's see how I get this. So I've got this sideways for now. I think this is gonna sit well in the bag, but I do have the pedal board sticking out a little bit on the bottom and the wireless sticking out a little bit on the top. Here is the computer. This is gonna be the brains of everything right here. You know, I was thinking about getting a Windows tablet or something to test with, but this Mac Mini is supposedly the same power as my MacBook Pro, and that has a lot. Should be able to do anything I need. Always kept the wall off to the side of my board for that reason, because it won't fit in the bag, or because it's flimsy feeling. Yeah, you know, I'm still very confused about how I'm going to handle the monitor. Right now I have Luna display, and I will talk to, you can start it as the primary display because of this dongle right here. It won't let you do it with Windows, so I can't use these screens to actually show. Oh, that's going to be a bummer. So I really wanted to show Gig Performer once I do get the software up, I want to be able to capture the video of the screen, because you can do it in Windows actually. Let me think about this. There's something called Duet that would let me use Windows on here, but maybe there's a way. Yeah, let me know if you guys know a way that I can send. Oh, I do have an Elgato capture cord. Can I stick that in the HDMI out and have that go to OBS? That might work. Yeah, somehow I want to get the Gig Performer screen onto these windows so you can actually see what it is I'm doing with the software, because that's the big part, man. Like, oh man, I totally blew it not thinking about that. Okay. All right. Well, let me burn that bridge in a little while. I'll still get this hardware figured. There's still a ways to go with the hardware, so yeah, we can worry about that later. So my left or right angle, whatever cable I'm gonna stick through here. This is gonna go to my Do-Re MIDI box. It may be up here, it may be underneath it. It's super tiny, so I don't really need to see it. So I think, so I have that where I want it to go. Put the power through here. So I'm not sure where I want to put the interface. So I have a couple choices with this interface. If I have it out like this, I can get to the volume knob easy. What was it? Oh yeah, I have to be able to hit this power button. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is in the way if I do it this way. If I could move everything over to the, no, that's awful. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to run the cable into the top here. All right, so let me I don't want this breaking, but need some space there. So I might be able to put my Do-Re MIDI box on top actually. This can be all the way over. Okay, that ain't going anywhere. Still am not thrilled about how this is sticking, but yeah, I don't think that's coming off. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to have to put this in. This is the PSM 300's power. I have both a wah and a mission control expression pedal on my board. I actually have additional tie wraps to keep them in place. Ah, interesting. Okay. See, this is why I do live streams, because all the smart people get on and tell me what I'm doing wrong. All right. All right, so we got a lot of power and cables and junk to stick on here. I still got audio to stick through. I'll stick the main ones through first. But yeah, so I definitely have to figure out a way that I can show the screen when we get to the gig performer portion. And I'm not sure. Maybe I want to put this closer over there. So is it going to be hard for me to get the HDMI in here? I mean, let me see. Yeah, here's my Elgato Cam Link right here. So I could, oh, I don't have a mini HDMI on here. I have a, what do you call them? A hub that I might want to use with this. I might want to move this further to the right, actually. Let me find a real HDMI cable, not this one. Oh, why? Okay, never mind. So if I want to plug this in here, and I'm going to have to plug all this USB stuff in. Yeah, see, that's not going to... It'll probably fit once it's plugged in, but it's not easy now. So the HDMI is actually in that. No, this is using USB-C. I still have an HDMI port. All right, all right. Okay, so this is not going to work. I don't want to move that any further, so I'm going to move this to the left. Oh man, this dual lock is brutally strong. All right, I would like to leave enough space for the Do-Re MIDI thing. I want to make it so I can plug and unplug the USB in here easy enough. Where's HDMI? USB. There's HDMI. I really won't need to. Maybe I can get right angle HDMI cables too. That would probably make it easier. You know what? I didn't know what I was going to do with my last patch panel. I wonder if there's an HDMI capture card. Well, I think you can capture HDMI. Yeah, because for the reason I have that Elgato thing is for my GoPro. And so you send the GoPro into that, and then it goes into the computer. I think that will work for this HDMI thing. We'll find out. Maybe. But I'm starting to think maybe I'll get an HDMI cable and put it to my patch cable so it's easy to plug in a monitor without me messing with. I don't ever want to be plugging junk into this computer. I want it all on the patch panels. And I did the patch panels this morning. I'm pretty happy with them, but I do have one extra patch panel I'm not using, and I could use that for HDMI, I think. Yeah. If they make one, I'll go check on Bestronics and see if they have, but maybe somebody else will have one. We'll give it a try. That's otherwise the other thing I can do is and let me know how I can do this, but because I'm using Luna, I can have my MacBook Pro as the monitor. And maybe there's a way to send the MacBook Pro video out to my Windows computer for OBS. But maybe this HDMI will work with the. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. I got a lot of stuff to plug in yet, so let's see. Let me find that Do-Re MIDI box. Yeah, really, it's so important that I can do a primary monitor without having a real monitor plugged in. Or, eventually I really just want to have a 10-inch or something touchscreen monitor sitting here. and that would make this pretty easy to do. I'd rather not use a hub on here if I can help it, because we all know how those go, but it may be the thing to do. So this is the Do-Re MIDI little box. This is a tiny little thing, takes expression pedals and turns them into MIDI USB. It's also got a 3.5 millimeter MIDI if you want. And so that would just plug into one of these. Okay, this guy's going to be one USB port. This is going to be another USB port. This is going to be another USB port. Okay, so I'm already... This is USB-C. I do have another USB-C open, but I think I am going to have to use a hub. Hub has seemed safe so far, which is not the conventional wisdom, but I think it is. I might even, if I put it up top, I can get to the HDMI. So for now, I'm going to be putting dual lock on something. You know, I see a bunch of monitors on Amazon, these touchscreen monitors, and they're super cheap, but I couldn't get anybody to tell me which ones might work right for this. But what I was going to do is I'm going to dual lock this OtterBox case down onto the top of one of these devices, and it's just going to sit like this, I think. And that's going to be my, so the highest one right now is this Focusrite, red or scarlet, whatever. So if I'm like this, dual lock this thing on, and man, the dual lock's strong. I'm not worried about it. And then touchscreen. Blammo, right? That should work. You know, and if I want it captive, you know, just pop it on there. I do use this iPad, but I could buy another one. And this is actually a bigger screen than we have on most of the modelers. So I think that'll work. Okay, so if I put it that way, then if I put a hub on here, I'm actually pretty safe. I could put the Do-Re MIDI box right here, or I could put, you know, I wonder, can't I just use a USB-C to USB-C? Then I would, be fine for here. The Focusrite is a little bit finicky about what USB-C cables work with it. Wait a second. I got USB-A. I need one for the MIDI. Sorry, I need one for the MIDI pedal board. I need one for the Focusrite, unless I can use USB-C. I tried using USB-C, and it didn't work. So I think I have to use the USB. Here's the hub. I did, you know, when I did the first thing in like 2016 or whatever, I was using this Yamaha Bluetooth MIDI. This is USB-C to Lightning, I think. Yeah. I just had a straight USB-C cable, which I think I do here somewhere. I would like to try it, but if I have this hub, I put it on USB-C right here. Now I can plug in. This one has HDMI. It actually has everything. HDMI, USB-C to power. It's got two USB-Cs. I'm not sure which ones what they do. There's only two USB-A hubs on here, though, or ports. That's kind of crazy to me, but maybe if I did something like this, then if I really had to plug something in, I could just plug it in there. Then I don't have to fight this. HDMI. I could just plug it this way. Wait, where'd HDMI go? Oh yeah, right here. I could put it down here, but then that'd make it harder for me to reach this if I needed to. I could even put it on top of the put it on top of here. That would make it really easy to get to. That might be the way to go. Put it on here. Should still be low enough to get in the bag, no problem. And then if I need HDMI, I can plug it in here. The USBs will be here, or I can do it this way. It's probably better because I'm going to use the HDMI barely ever, I hope. I'm going to use the USB. I'm going to use the SD card readers. Never. I never need to get to the power one. So this would probably be the best way if I need to plug into anything more, which I think I do. So something like that. So there's already Velcro on here, female Velcro. This is not gonna, I don't know that I need to use dual lock on this hub. Like maybe I should just use the Velcro. I'm really scared to put something primary on a hub, but really this is just for one expression pedal. I think we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna use Velcro on this. If it's not enough, we'll deal with that. But I think it's gonna be. If I can find the scissors. You guys were looking right at it and laughing at me. Hopefully this Velcro will be enough, but I do have enough dual lock if I really need it. But if I can get away with the Velcro, I will be happier. I've just realized I might have to solder something else. Has to do with the in-ear monitor transmitter. Okay, let's see how strong this is. I use the Logic pedals now in the box. Yeah, I mean they're fine. I'm one of them guys. Okay, so I want to go to. Well, I didn't realize I had a loop out. Well, I could have actually used that. Dummy. All right. I'm trying to remember how I did this because I use a mix control between the headphone send and the house mix send. Oh wow, I just realized I am a complete moron. I did not need to use that. I don't need to do that thing where I was doing the resistors. This thing's got its own mixer, so I can put whatever the channel is from the amp into one channel, and the oh wow, okay. And so we'll rethink that. I'll fight that. We'll burn that bridge when we get there again. That's another one. Okay, we're fine. So I got to do the do-re MIDI thing. May do it down here, maybe. I don't need to get to it ever. Is that going to be in the way? I don't think that'll be in the way, but I don't know that I want it right there. Let's see, is there space over here? Oh yeah, there's space right there. I'll put it there. Okay, let me just feel what it's like to plug in USB-A. That's plenty of room. In fact, because the HDMI is going to be on this, I hope, I think I can actually move this all over. But I don't know that I need to. I think there's plenty of space here. Let's see. Put this guy here. Here. Yeah. Dual lock this and put it there. I just don't have that much space to work with, so this is tricky. Like everything has to fit in here somehow. Yeah, if I'm given the choice, I gave up on all that stuff forever ago. Like I don't want to use any of it. The stuff that's in the computer is awesome. There's a few pedals that I have trouble with. Like right now, I'm you know, in my band, I have to play keyboards on my guitar. We may have a keyboard player now, finally. But even that Moore E7, that cheap $60 thing, I could not find a guitar synth on the computer that could match it. So I'm trying. I'm probably going to use Jam Origin MIDI guitar. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing. Like people believe like old junk was made out of unobtainium that we don't understand and we can't get no more or whatever. It's nonsense. You can the H90 is like all the DSP, man. That's great. All right. This is going to get to the hub somehow. This guy has got to go through there and then it's going to come up. Oh yeah, that's going to not be good. This should be a right angle connector. Okay, I lied. The soldering iron's going back on. This should be a right angle connector. Otherwise, I'm just asking for major trouble. All right, so let's do that. Fire up the soldering iron, find my right angle connectors. I can't even begin to describe how happy I am that I'm not going to have to use that cable that I stuck little resistors into the connectors in order to mix with. Oh man, I'm so happy to not have to use that. So if I have to solder a couple things, I don't care. I am, or a couple more things. So I'm going to use this right angle jack here. And I'm so happy I had the soldering iron off, but such is not our fate. Soldering iron is back on. Now, did I put the wire strippers away? Nope, they're right here. Okay, let's see, I'm right here. Oh, I've been slain. All right. Cheap junk plastic molded in. Goodbye. You are out of here. I don't really like these Rian right angle connectors, but so far so good. So what? I wish they made, if you guys know of any, pancake connectors, like the best plugs or the square plugs or something that, but tip ring sleeve, because all my stereo ones has been hard to do. Okay, tell me I didn't. Okay, good. So far so good. Hard to believe there's two terminals and two conductors in there. Hope there's a sleeve on the outside. Here we go. Never get old, man. You got to wear this kind of crap. All right. It's probably too long. I don't know, it'll be okay. Yeah, you know, I took this off my pedal board, the Shure PSM 300. I'm using one of those cheaper X-Vive It's the new one though. It's the 5.8 gig. I'm using that because my pedalboard. This pedalboard is just too big, man. Like, so taking this off of there really made it smaller. So yeah, my other pedalboard's right under my feet right now. That's the one that I actually play. Right angle TRS jacks. Yeah, I'm sure Neutrik has them. But you know those flat ones, those like they're like pancake flat. They're so small. They this. These are so epic when you got a tight space on your pedal board, man. That is so awesome. I haven't seen a TRS one like this. Man, I do not like this jacks, but for some reason this is what I ordered. Oh, I got to order more male XLRs. Forgetting. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll cramp this down really good. The center's gonna be tip. Okay. So I had to modify this this expression pedal. I think you'd be fine with the normal ones. And Mission, actually, as much as I complain about these guys, they did a really cool job in making their pot infinitely adjustable. I could put this back to line 6 mode, no problem. Oh, you do have one from EBS. Okay, so I know that brand. Does EBS have like a flatter? They do make like a flat square one, right? But are those molded like you can't solder them yourself? I can't remember if that's how EBS is. I thought those were the unsolderable ones, but I'm not. Ooh, the keyboard parts for last in line. That is what I'm going to use to shield. I keep buying all this other junk, and I still haven't tried to buy in one of those new Hacko, whatever soldering irons and the Eutectic solder. I really want to try that stuff. And Neutrik stuff is so much easier to deal with. Burn right through the jacket. Neutrik is a joy to work with. This is a joy killer. Oh, man. Oh, cool. All right, well, guess what I forgot? Such an idiot. All right. Oops. I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, cool. I'll check those out. So those are solderable ones, or they're already molded and they just have to come on a cable. I guess if it's okay if it's on a cable, I can cut off the other end. Not the end of the world. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. This thing sucks. But I would have forgotten to put the end on that one too, so that's a different problem. Yeah, if I pull this stuff off, I'll go take a look. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to use that resistor cable. That thing was giving me nightmares. So that's gonna be XLR to. I'll think about that when I get there. It's kind of complicated. I don't want to forget something important right now. So that's going to come up through the bottom into there. That'll be cool. Oh, do I already have the USB cable in here? I do. Okay. So that's this guy. Not going to need that Velcro, I don't think. Maybe I'll use Velcro instead of zip ties, maybe. We'll see. That's the coward's way, right? Okay, what should the next thing be? I could do all the technical cables. That's going to be USB for the MIDI. Sorry, this one's USB. That one's USB. This one's USB on the hub. Maybe USB to Lightning for the iPad, but I'll think about that. I'll get the rest of the audio later, but I'm probably going to put this in right now. Okay. So we're starting to move. I'm going to flip this board over in a second. Hot glue gun is ready, just in case I need something. Put that through there. What is this? Okay, that's for the audio interface. This is just HDMI. I don't need that right now. This is the Do-Re MIDI one. Okay, so I'm going to push these through. Maybe I'll put some hold downs up here and zip tie some of this stuff. Not sure how important that is going to be. I'm going to put this cable through there, I think. This is the rest of what? That's this cable? Yeah. Okay. That's got to go through there. This will go through here. Got a lot of, gonna be some finagling. So this is, that's for the interface and for the wireless. Okay. This is the pedal board USB. That's the Do-Re MIDI. This is the audio interface's USB. I do have a right angle USB connector. I bought some. I don't know that I want to use it, and I don't think it's that important. Do not want to break. I just don't trust it. Oh, look, the Mac Mini came off. See? All right, we're gonna fix that right now because that shouldn't happen. Oh, man. Hopefully, I didn't break the computer. That sucks. Oh, this project could be over already. But Mac Minis are cheap, so actually not that bad. But I don't want it to happen. All right. So why isn't this sticking? Is it still too much sticking out? So this side can lock in pretty good. The middle, not. The bottom has like nothing to hold on to. It's barely on there. Man, it really feels like it's not going to fall off, though. Shoot. I'm lifting up the whole pedal board by it. How did it fall off? Hopefully the computer ain't broke. That's the IEC cable for the pedal board. How should I run this? This one and the one for the audio interface. Maybe I'll run them together. Thrilled about. Oh yeah, that'll work. Probably gonna put some ties in there somehow. This one is just gonna come right up to the USB port. So the two USB ports are going to be the audio interface and the MIDI pedal. Or the two USB-A ports are going to be the audio interface and the MIDI pedal. And then this one's going to be on the hub. Kind of want to use some tie downs up top because there is kind of a lot of this. This is going to the hub. These are going to the two USB-A ports. This one's from CME. I trust them. But I did have a M Audio one on that was working, but it was kind of intermittent. But again, that thing's like 20 years old, so. I'm starting to think maybe I don't want to use Velcro. Maybe I do want to use dual lock because dual lock is just so strong. Except for, of course, it just dumped my Mac Mini on the ground. So how can I tie this up so I'm not worried about it? What I'd like to do is kind of tie them down so I can not worry about the slack. Maybe tie these together right there. Then whatever the slack is, it won't be an issue. Anything else that needs to go through this one? Okay. This one has to go through, and oh, man, the dual lock is just brutal, man. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it's not that bad, actually. Yeah, this thing's starting to get heavy. Okay, if I lay it down, what will be on? Some of the weight will be on that hub. I think it can handle. Oh, Mac Mini, don't fall off again, please. All righty then. Look at this mess. All right, I can plug that in a second. Maybe I can actually plug that in now. Oh, just not quite. Oh, it's going to go on the front. That's right. Wait. Oh, yeah, it's going to be the output of this. It's the input. Okay, that makes sense. I think this is the out. See, everything's always in the way. Pull one of these off. Right, hopefully this will make it to the. One of these two ports is going to be this. Almost there, almost there. This later on, this is going to be on a switching jack, so because there might be a noise problem with this. This is so that I can plug my guitar in if I'm not using the wireless. Should be okay. There might be a problem, but if there is, we'll deal with it. Okay, I can put tie downs right there. Yeah, I can put the tie downs on the side. Trying to remember how I was going to do the Y cable, the FR out. One out's going to go to the headphones, and all right. Well, let me clean this up before I get too deep into that. Oh, I just messed up. I did not want to put that one in there. Oops. Actually, that's okay. Some of this is also to deal with that we have a product coming out where I think people are going to want to be using a computer-based pedal board, and I mean, even with all the other stuff going on this year, of course, with the stadium and all that, but I want to be able to tell people how how you can do this, and you know, probably not even do it this ugly. It'd probably be a lot prettier than this. You know, this is, you know, hot glue and everything else. So, but I want to have the basics down so I can be able to say what we need to do in order to make this stuff all work. So this cable, I don't know if I really want it going through this hole right here. Well, it doesn't seem to hurt. It's just this might end up making this bigger than I want. Pull the USB slack this way. You know, there should be a band in the other room already. I don't hear anything. That's worrying. So these three have got to wrap up. There's a lot of extra length here. So this is going to be a series of loops, and you know, probably got to worry about induction when we get pretty far in here, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. And I watch those guys building pedal boards sometimes, and the way they coil up their wire and loop it and stuff is just so amazing. And like I'm on stage, I can never get the mic cables nice. Like I watch those professional sound men that do it, and their cables look all beautiful. I just got them hanging all over the place. So do I want to tie it up here like that? Unplug this one. Clean that up a little bit. Because most of this is being handled in the computer, there's not actually much more audio wires to run. Of course, if I mess anything up, this is all going to be really fun to undo. With my other board, it's a little bit smaller, 12.5 inches, and so it's really easy for stuff to hit the floor. This board's not not a big problem. Okay, so I do have some AC to wrap up, so I could try and coil it into here with the rest of the AC. I don't know if that's going to get too big. Okay, so I need to fit a line 6 adapter and a Shure adapter in here. So I'm going to think about which ports I should be using. That's the pedal board. That should be fine. Just gotta zip tie that. Hopefully that's not going to bump the ground. I think that's okay. I think the line 6 has got a wall wart. Okay, I got the Apple plug I got to plug in. So this is just 2-pronged. That's easy. Let me see what the other adapters look like. Oh, got to plug this in. Oh, I already did. Fine. Okay. Okay, here's the PSM power supply. So that's 2-prong. That's no problem. Line 6. I've got a 1 spot I'd rather not use. USB-C adapter. I don't know where all those right angle ones I bought went. I don't know that I need them. Where's the line 6 power supply? This is my only wall wart, I guess. Man, I kept having to send my relay G50s back to line 6 because the displays kept croaking. I bought a spare one. Hopefully it works. I don't even know where it is. I was going to sell these things. I got to sell a lot of stuff. I don't got any room. All right, so that. This is probably getting hot glued in, actually. Yeah, I don't trust this. Right. Shoot. Where did I put the glue? Oh, right here. Good zip tie around this, but I don't really trust it. I will hot glue it for now. Throw a zip tie too. See about a long zip tie. I don't know that that's even an option. Yeah, it's still super liquid. I don't think zip tie is long enough. And it's like the wrong shape. I think I have to zip tie it in, or hot glue it in. Man, I can't believe that's still not cool. Usually it cools down a lot. Must have the high temp glue gun. Hopefully that helps. So once that's cooled off, I'm gonna tie that up. So I gotta do this one. Is the apple? No, this is the sure one. That's not all that tight either. Shoot. All right. Hot glue to the rescue. This thing's like 30 feet long, man. Ouch. Oh, what a mess. I think it's down here. I think I completely covered it with the USB stuff. Oops. And for the relay, the power supply is on the top. The power input port. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I have to have this in far enough. Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Okay. Shoot. Because this pedal's so long. Man, I'm gonna have to do this a different way. All right, I'm gonna tie up the rest of this and then I'll figure that out. Let me check on the band real quick. mess. What a mess, what a mess. Still have the outputs to put in. Oh, yeah. See, I shouldn't get this too mashed up because I still have to plug in all of this. And I got to take the output there and figure that out. So that's going to be there. This one's going to be here. And because it's a flat cable, do I ribbon it? I don't know if that's a good idea. Probably gonna all come apart on me. Yeah, I wonder, how do you Mac guys do this with this flat cable? You still roll it? Still coil it? When I do have USB power ports right there if I need them. Guess I'm probably not going to need them on this build. Yeah, man, we have got to figure out how I'm going to show the gig performer screen on here. My OBS is on a Windows computer, but I think that you can do that with the Elgato card thingy. Let's see. That's not great, but that's not too bad. There's a lot to do after before I really button this up, so that should be good for now. Okay, so this guy lets you. I could screw in there. I do have some self-tapping screws left, I think. That might be the thing to do. See if this is long enough. Yeah. Hopefully it's just short enough not to go through. Or I could do this. I think that'll hit, though. I think that's the way to go. It's not. Whoa! Might not be deep enough to thread. And I don't want to go through the bottom of that MIDI pedal board, but. Okay, that won't work. Would need a longer one. Hopefully I didn't just hurt the FCB 1010 thing. All right. You know, the other choice is hot glue, and I don't know how well that'll hold. Maybe I can get a long enough zip tie through there.
Anything? Want me to hold something?
No, you're good. All right. This is some mad scientist junk right now. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, I'm happy with that. Never had a Mac until my Mac Studio that came with a round braided cable. Huh. Yeah, you know, for our software company, because our plugins have to work on Mac and PC and everything. They got me my first Mac, and it was that actually, it's that MacBook Pro that's right here. And I actually have a very good time with it. I didn't think I would, but I do. I'm going to leave this loose for a second because I got to figure out how I'm going to deal with this. This should be a right angle cable, and maybe I should just put the one spot in, because the one spot I could do with the right angle. I think I have a right angle on here. Yeah, this has a right angle plug, and I'm pretty sure the one spot can do the line 6, and look, it's already hot glued. That would make a lot less trouble than what's going on now. Let me I'm gonna flip this and take a look. First I'm gonna go dump the rehearsal money in the bin. See, that is no good. Yeah, I know I just hot glued it in there, but I'm gonna swap this. I'm gonna use the one spot. What's really sad is I just unhot glued this from this exact spot right here. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use it. I think yep, out of the way. Perfect. Okay. And let me plug this one in while I'm here. That's clean up these. This one's actually, yeah, see, I really gotta, man, that guy is not staying in there. I've got to hot glue this in there. This thing is not sticking. Hold that for a while, I think. So can tie that down, clean this up, and then it's the rest of the audio cables. And I got to rethink this because, yeah, I don't need that stupid mixer. I don't need those resistors in there. Yeah. I saw that too. So I had my Tonex on I had two one spots in here. My Tonex and stuff was on one, and my keyboard pedal was on another. And then I got that Polar or Pirate MIDI Polar thingamabobber, and I powered that with the same one that was on the Tonex, and that seemed to be okay. Has this thing cooled down yet? Sort of. I'll leave it be. Okay, let me clean this up. Let's see. It's a good way to do that. Just too little of space. Well, I got to find my DistroKid account that I'm using, because I need to do a split with the band that's in right now. Actually, I await those pennies, but yeah, it's the principle. Like when I'm cut in for a piece, I have more incentive to spend more time on the mix. That's pretty solid. This is pretty solid. If this is dry now, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna probably tie it there, but maybe I'll tie it through the. Feel pretty secure about that. Yeah, I think that's all the power. I think that's all the power, the USB, all that stuff. It's audio time. I already got this. I have to get the, okay, this is going to be coming in from the mixer, and it's going to go to one channel of the PSM 300, and the other channel is going to come from, so it's going to be 1/4 inch. Okay, so I need female XLR to 1/4 inch, which I might have. This one's really short. That's not going to reach. This one might. Just got to put a end on it. So again, do I want to make a balanced? Oh yeah, this is perfect. Make sure this works. Okay, so red is pin 3. Red is pin 3. Okay, I think I have some more. 1/4 inch. Yeah, so this is what was going to be that, but and I put there's a resistor in here and there's a resistor in here, like ridiculous. I don't need that. I just need to solder in. Right angle connector. Okay, what is this one? This is two. What was this? I think this is 1 and 2. No. Okay, this is 3 and 4, and that's going there. Okay, so I got that one. 3 and 4 for the 3 and 4 out. This is going to be so got phantom blocker here. Why isn't that locking? Okay, that's that. That's going to go here. So it's phantom power block on both of these, and I don't know how good these XLRs are. I actually do have some Switchcraft ones, but that one's all set. Okay, so that's going to come from out 1 on the Scarlett. I just gotta put a. I mean, it'd help if it's a right angle balanced. I don't know that it needs to be balanced. The other one might be balanced too. All right, let's see. I should have some right angle. I do have a long one that's already ready to go, but I don't think it's going to work unless it's right angle. No, that's male. Oh shoot! I might need 2 more. That's right. That's why I didn't do that balance. I don't know that these need to be balanced. Probably doesn't matter at all, but. Look at my pile of connectors. Here's one, but I don't know where the rest of it is. I think I need 2. So glad I don't have to use that resistor crap. I just have no space. Oh, here's a brand new one. If I need, oh, yeah, I got that one. Oh, I do have some male. Oh no, it's a 5-pin. Shoot. Got all these clockable XLRs. They're really cool. There's part of that. You just need the threaded part. I swear I just had like 3 or 4 more of these out a second ago. sure what cable I'm going to use for the other one, but this one we'll put. What did I say? Red was pin 3. We'll put this on time first this time. Oops. Where did the cable checker? Oh no! Oh man, just dropped everything. All right. Yep. Where's the solder? Oh, yeah. Here was the XLR female to balance male, but yeah, I need the right angle. I knew I had a fancy one. All right. You guys, did you see where I put the solder? Solder. Oh, solder. Oh, here's solder. Ooh, wow. Folded that first. Flathead, flathead. What'd you have several times over the year? I don't even know anymore. I am so lost. Oops. Okay, so That's coming from here. Oh, I'm so glad. And not only, man, the only thing is, I don't have a volume control from the interface to the headphones. Oh, forgetting to put the yeah. Oh man, I hate that. I don't have a volume control from my interface out to the in-ear monitor in. It's just whatever the monitor volume is. This Focusrite 4i4 is not actually all that controllable, unfortunately. What I'd really like is a separate volume knob. I do have an attenuator though. Maybe I could use that. Let me it's in my bag. I bought it so that I could shut up stupidly loud bass players on stage. I actually put it in the effects send of a bass amp, of the bass amp, whenever somebody brings one in, and then I can turn it down. So even when they turn it full blast, it's still not all that loud. They think it is, but it's just psychology. Let's see, I think that's the jacks. So that one, and I got to put another one in there, but I don't know, man. See, that's why I need the skinny ones. All right, let me go grab that attenuator, because then I could at least have a volume control. So okay, so what I'm trying to do, I've got one. This is really what's going to come from the mixer. This one right here. So that really should be all I'm feeding into my in-ear monitors. But I do like to have my own send to them, so I can just turn my guitar up just by turning the knob and doing nothing else. That makes me a lot more confident. So let me go look at that attenuator. Yeah, see, it's this thing. So I had this knob taped up, so it's just stuck. I'm not sure if this is stereo or not. If it's stereo, then I could do it balanced. I think I can see the TRS connectors in there. But I wonder, do I bother even making this balanced? So I'm thinking I could stick this someplace up on the top, and then this would be my headphone, my volume to the headphones. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let me really, I just keep adding weight to this thing, which is kind of what I don't want to do, but that's okay. All right, so this is going to come from XLR male to 1/4 inch male right angle, and that one should be balanced. I think I'm going to take that from output 1. Output 2 is going to go to this attenuator, and then from there into the other channel of the PSM 300. I think that's what I want to do. Let me see. Tie this up pretty good. So this thing's not floppy anymore, and I'll tie this up in a second. Let me just see where I can put this attenuator. Oh man, it's already heavy. Okay, so I could just stick it right here, and then is my headphone volume, or here, or here. Remember, I'm going to have a monitor on here somehow. Probably for now, it's going to be my iPad sitting over here. But I don't know if this is too tall already. But I got to be able to get to it. If I can't get to it, it's kind of pointless. I don't know that my audio going right over my computer. Balanced out here, headphones there. So I could run to here, and then I guess it doesn't matter what direction this is facing. I know that's lowest and that's highest. Because out is going to be on that side. I mean, I could cross them over, but that's probably asking for it. Do it like that. Really, I'm pretty sure I can do this unbalanced. Am I going to be able to put the pancake next to that thing? I don't know. That's close. I need to move that. Yeah, I don't know if this pancake connector is going to make it. Oh, barely.
You got any felt stuff for those cymbals? Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, it's like I hit the cymbal, it's going crazy to where it's like, shit. Because this thing doesn't go all the way down. So I just need like maybe 2. Yeah, that's it, bro. Yeah, because this thing comes out.
Oh, no, if you need it to come out.
Okay. Yeah, give me one more then, because that's. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, this should be good. Thanks.
Oh, can I even put 2 pancakes in here? No, I can't. That's frustrating. Ooh, I think I got a flat pack. Where is it? I know I got flat packs. I got these things too. No, I can't use the pancakes at all. something like this. Does in out really even matter on this, actually? I think it would just be attenuated. It's not like it's one way. Not sure. Don't think it matters, but I just had some flat cables. Probably have a ton of these. So if I do it on balance, no problem. This gets in the way of some of these plugs. I don't think this is long enough to get through there. Not as nice as I can make it. Not bad. Hopefully that's not going to hit. What is this? Oh, there's my balanced. Neutral balanced in, balanced out. There's no way two balanced ones are going to fit in there. Okay, but I'm going to use this for send to. It's going to be the send to the two main outputs. We'll check this with the multimeter real quick. Find the multimeter. Yeah. If I remove the mission pedal, like I cut the weight in half. It's true, man. I have my main pedal board uses those hot tone ones, and they are way less weight. Let me just check, make sure this is what I think it is. And I can't remember. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, great. Oh, is this gonna see again, man? Like this stuff is just too close together, and I still got to fit 3 and 4 as well. Shoot, yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Crap. Hopefully this is gonna be long enough. I think it will, but. Pain. Okay, and so somehow 3 and 4 got to plug in right there. It's like this is just the worst. So that hopefully will work. And that's pushing it. Then I got 2 more that got to come up through here and plug in there. May as well plug it in now. Ooh, I don't know what I just did. What did I just press? Oh, get rid of that crap. There's no coffee. What did I press? Get rid of that. Oh my God, I do not want that on there. Thank you. Okay, good riddance. I'm on the wrong snapshot. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Ooh. When that switched snapshots, you guys lost all audio, right? Shoot. What did I just do with that cable? Yeah, I gotta fit this. These two gotta fit in here too. Oh my God, I didn't realize this Focusrite had a MIDI in. I could have used that with the expression pedals. Oh well. No, I wouldn't. I still need to do the conversion. Okay, so let me tack this on. Again, I could probably use Velcro, but I'm going to use dual lock for that. Scissors, scissors. Hopefully this will fit in the bag. I think it will. My new one I have trouble with, but I think we'll be okay. Sunday we're playing, so hopefully everything works. There you go. So this is the only bummer is really this right here sticking up right there. I mean, I could probably, let's see. I can always move this Mac Mini a tiny bit, but I almost want to just use a straight one there. Might work better. Oh no, I won't even be able to put the antenna on. Never mind, that's not going to work. Okay, and I got to tack those down somehow. This is I have no idea if this is going to work. I hope it does because that will greatly improve my quality of life. Who knows if any of this is going to work? I mean, I had it all set up, you know, in my house with the computer monitor and the pedal board controlling it, and everything was working. But you know, that's a different thing than doing it for real. That's pretty much tied up pretty good. Maybe I'll zip tie these guys together. Think that's all the audio. Oh wow, I zip tied that down. I didn't mean to, but that's good. I want to. all this, doing all this, but for all I know, when I dropped that Mac Mini, I broke it. You know, I don't know, might have. Not gonna overheat this. I could actually plug this thing into a monitor and see if we can't get some sounds out of it, but I don't know. I'm ready for that. I should clean up this room. I really want to put this on so you guys can see it on Gig Performer. Without being able to see the monitor, that kind of sucks. I still got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think that's just going to be that. Hopefully that I might have to lift it up, but pretty sure I'll be able to get a way of putting the monitor on. And I could angle it too, but let me try this first. I'd be using the shallower angle if I'm using an angle at all. do 3 like that. Maybe. That might be the smartest way. It's probably overkill, but better safe than sorry. Boy, that is actually going to be a problem to put in the box, I think. But oh yes, the one other thing, lightning cable. Will this reach, or should I put it on the top? I'd love to put this through the board, but I don't even know if that I'm going to do it this way. So maybe I'll do that later. Oh shoot! Ouch! Well, that didn't work very well. Shoot. Oops. Yeah, it's got to come up from that side. Okay. Whoops. Really packed that part. Yeah, maybe that should be on with Velcro rather than dual lock. But when I do a real monitor, it'd be different. Let's see if I can get this back on there in the right place. Dual lock, no joke, man. That is on there. All right, if I do plug this in, what color smoke is going to come out? Any ideas? Okay, I need to plug this into an HDMI monitor in order to start this up in Luna mode. I have a monitor in here somewhere. No idea. Oh, there it is, right there. And I have a power supply cable somewhere up right here. I made another one, but what do I do with it? This is the one I made for my other pedal board, but it should be the same pinout. All right, let's get brave. Here we go. I'm scared. Here we go. Woo! Oh, that's lightening up. That's on. I have no idea what my password is. All right. All right. Guessed it. Right there. I don't think this is going to work. I think I have to have a monitor plugged in. I hope so. Okay, I'm going to try turning on the back thing anyway. There it goes. I think I have to plug in the HDMI. I'm unplugging my power, soldering iron, and my hot glue gun. Now, I can set the computer up. So I have a couple of security questions, and that's what's holding me up on Luna. I think I'm gonna make a separate profile, and that'll be what logs in automatically. But this is probably not gonna go. So let me plug in a monitor. Now, I actually made some really cool sounds out of this already. So I'm glad I put this thing on here with the HDMI. That'll make it easier. Oh my god, I got no space. Cross your fingers. Come on. I don't know that this HDMI out actually works. keyboard here. It's not going to be easy to use. There's the keyboard. Mouse. It's trying. Do it. You try plugging the HDMI in straight to the computer. Maybe I can do it. Oh man, this HDMI cable looks very dirty and gross. There's the cable. HDMI 1080p. See, it's trying to act like it's going to work. Not the greatest monitor. Come on. I mean, I can take this home and plug it into my monitor at home. I'd rather not do that. I know it'll work, or it should, unless I remember I dropped that computer. Like maybe it broke. Shoot, I'm not seeing it come up on the monitor. I don't know that this monitor's not bad though. Um, and yeah, I could have fried the computer when I dropped it. Yes. Pedals are designed with a little bit of physical abuse in mind. Um, yeah, the attenuate. Yeah, I could. I could. That would make that a little bit lower and fit a little bit easier. But I actually think this might still fit in the bag. I wouldn't be super surprised. My problem is just why is it not? I almost want to plug into one of these monitors here. This HDMI cable could be bad. Yeah, I could have broke that computer. Unfortunately, that'd be sad. But it was cheap, and all of what I need is actually on. It's on the cloud. All my gig performer files. HDMI or is that DVI? HDMI. going on here? My monitors are going nuts. I might have broke this monitor. Uh-oh. I think I have to take this home and plug it into my other monitor. But I need this monitor back. Shoot. Please come back. Yay, okay, at least I got my monitor. Okay. I'm not sure why this isn't working. It should work. Let's see if maybe Luna will connect on my laptop. So I turned Luna off. Shoot. Got HDMI to DVI, but this should work. Like I don't know what man. I hope I didn't break the computer dropping it, but it should be working. This HDMI cable could be gross. Maybe I'll take that. Let's try it. I think this is the one I was using at home. I'm not positive. Okay, what is this one? There's another HDMI cable. Try that one. It's weird that it's acting like it's got a viable signal. It's just nothing on the screen. Maybe just completely incompatible monitor. That's what I gotta hope anyway. It's not making those sounds like ba-ding. That's where it should be making the sound. How to make it sound when it fired up. I don't even know how to fit this in my car. Try and log in. All right. Well, I think I am going to clean up and take this thing home, plug it into my monitor at home, and just hope. Shoot. I think I may have broken everything, but I hope not. We'll see. So I will see you guys. guys later. This has been. I'm a lot further than I thought I was. I thought I might actually get some. If I could fire this up, I'd get some audio. But that'll be hopefully tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys later.